Welcome back to the channel, besties. I'm Paul from B, and B Spoilers stepping into the GH universe today. The New York weather is giving absolute gloomy thunderstorm vibes right now, which is honestly the perfect backdrop for the absolute chaos erupting in Port Charles. Today we are unpacking the May 11 to May 29 spoilers featuring paralyzed feds, hostage situations, and wild drama. Let's get into it. Oh my god. Stop scrolling right now. I'm literally speechless. Are they for real? Dude, I'm so shocked my jaw literally hit the floor before I even fully processed the sheer unfiltered madness of these upcoming episodes. Does anyone else feel physically attacked right now? Because I am sitting here staring at these spoiler sheets and my brain is just a chaotic blur of pixels and tears. The audacity of the writers right now is off the charts, no cap. We are talking about a storyline that has completely reset the entire simulation, serving a messy mix of we are so back hype and I'm filing a lawsuit levels of frustration. I know some people are really enjoying this, but personally, I am spiraling out of control. We need to talk about this because holding this in is literally not an option. Besties, can we unpack the audacity of the Nina Reeves, Valentin, Cassadine, and Jack Brennan situation? Essentially, Nina grabbed the wrong syringe in a moment of pure panic, and now we have a fully paralyzed WSB field office boss lying on Willow's living room floor. But get this, the spoilers for the week of May 11 to 15 reveal that Carly might have another attic dweller soon. If Valentin takes the incapacitated Brennan back to her place, I am actually losing my sanity over here. Carly Corinthos hiding a chemically detained federal agent in her attic. Remember when they tried this kind of hostage hiding nonsense with Peter August or even Nell? Yeah. It went nowhere back then either. Is this same tragedy happening to Brennan all over again? The absolute total kinetic Chow's moments of this cover-up are breaking my brain. Valentin is running the math, realizing he has maybe 4 hours before Ross Cullum notices Brennan is missing. And his grand strategy is to just stash a paralyzed man in Carly's attic. Facts. This is the most unhinged plan I've ever heard, and I am living for the absolute mess of it all. Wait, I need to talk about Cain because his storyline is giving me severe heart palpitations. The spoilers confirm that we are getting Cain's derailed getaway attempt. His paralytic dose is wearing off because Nina is a literal mess who uses medicine to stab Brennan instead. Drew is lying in that back bedroom, wiggling a finger, moving his eyes, and plotting his escape with those impossible lightning reflexes of a highly trained Navy SEAL. But the getaway's derailed. How? Why? I am screaming at my screen. The god-tier mechanical execution of Drew silently listening to Nina and Valentin panic while he slowly regains his motor functions is a straight-up masterclass in soap opera tension. It's like watching the lead dev's crazy update history unfold in real time, where every single patch note just adds more anxiety to the server. Drew's a journalist. He is cataloging every single word. But the fact that his escape gets thwarted, low-key devastating. Don't you feel it's so unfair for them? Don't you think they should just let Drew bust out and expose this whole ridiculous operation to the authorities? Also, let's pivot to the absolute train wreck that is Nina and Willow's dynamic right now. Nina Reeves is finally going to fill Willow in on all the wild drama that played out while she was out of the house. Willow is going to react to Nina's disturbing news and honestly slay Willow, because you need to wake up. Willow has been complicit in keeping Drew sedated, falsely believing he is too drugged to comprehend his surroundings. Now Nina has to look her in the eye and say, "Oops, I accidentally stabbed a federal agent in your living room with your secret hostage's medicine." The sheer panic, the absolute mess makers, I am dragging these characters because they have zero filters and zero foresight. Willow is going to spiral into a total meltdown, and she absolutely deserves to face the music for playing God with Drew's life. But get this, Willow's week gets even worse because she ends up in a meeting with the always intimidating Jen Sidwell later. Hot take incoming, but what on earth does Jen Sidwell want with Willow Cain? Sidwell has been tied to Ava Jerome in the art gallery drama, so why is he crossing paths with Willow? Is it about Drew? Is it about the custody battle? My mind is racing. Sidwell is a dangerous player, and Willow is currently drowning in her own cover-ups. The fact that she has to sit across from him while knowing there is a paralyzed WSB agent potentially being moved to Carly's attic and awaking Drew in her back bedroom. The stress levels are peaking. I need to take a breath because this is way too much to handle. Wait, I'm getting way too deep in the weeds. Anyway, back to the actual gameplay. Let's talk about Sonny Corinthos, Rick Lansing, and Ava Jerome. Sonny has been completely paranoid, going absolutely ferocious with the caps lock in his brain, thinking Rick is a traitor plotting his downfall. He literally had Ethan Lovett kidnap Ava and throw her in a car. But the spoilers say Rick Lansing will finally tell Sonny the truth about his Ava Jerome agreement. And guess what? Sonny will see that things aren't so sinister in the end. It was an art-related surprise for Elizabeth Baldwin. Sonny, you absolute clown. You authorized the kidnapping over a painting. The sheer embarrassment. I love Sonny. But his paranoia is a massive glitch in the system right now. He needs to recalibrate his entire operating system before he starts a full-blown mob war over a watercolor portrait. Now let's talk about the absolute heartbreaking, soul-crushing saga of Dante Falconeri. Dante is about to lash out at Spencer for hiding Rocco Falconeri's secret along with Nathan, who we all know is Cassius. GH spoilers say Nathan will face Dante's fury as well, since Dante will feel so betrayed. And honestly, facts. Dante is a cop, a father, and a man who just found out his ex-wife and a literal imposter have been covering up the fact that his teenage son shot Ross Cullum in the back. The betrayal Dante is feeling right now is visceral. I am feeling it in my bones. I am legit pacing my room thinking about Dante's reaction. He is going to tear Lulu apart verbally, and he is going to absolutely destroy Nathan. Don't you feel it's so unfair for them to put Dante in this impossible position where his entire family is built on a foundation of lies? In the aftermath of that explosive confrontation, Dante will finally confront Rocco over Ross Cullum's shooting and get his son's side of the story. Besties, grab your tissues, because this is going to be an emotional bloodbath. Rocco has been carrying this immense guilt, dealing with that slide burn on his hand, while Jason took the fall for him. Dante has to look his son in the eyes and navigate the impossible line between being a father and being a detective. This is just my personal take, and many might disagree, but I think this is some of the best material Dante has had in years. The emotional stakes are so high, and the god-tier mechanical execution of this storyline, slowly unraveling through forensics, is just brilliant writing. It hits every single beat perfectly. Let's shift gears to Spoon Island because Josslyn Jax is still being held hostage by Cassius. The spoilers say Josslyn may try another tactic with Cassius. While Isaiah Gannon faces questions and allegations about the night of the crash, Nathan will find a surprising confidant. Wait, is Josslyn the confidant? Is she playing the ultimate psychological game, manipulating her captor to get him to let his guard down? Slay, Josslyn, slay. If she is using Stockholm Syndrome tactics to trick Cassius into trusting her, that is a massive flex. She is a survivor, and she is not just going to sit in that Windermere room waiting for Lucas Jones or Britt Westbourne to save her. She is taking the controller and playing the game herself, proving once again why she is a top-tier character. Meanwhile, back to the Brennan dilemma. After Valentin works on a new strategy, he may share it with Nina and Carly during the week of May 18 to 22. Could Valentin come up with a better solution to their Brennan dilemma before his paralysis wears off? Valentin is a mastermind, but he is working with a team of absolute liabilities. Nina is a walking panic attack, and Carly is just trying to protect Josslyn. They have a ticking time bomb on their hands. If Brennan wakes up before they find Josslyn, he is going to rain down WSB hellfire on all of them. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. I am legit sweating just thinking about how they are going to pull this off without a massive body count. They need to figure out their next move before the server crashes entirely. And speaking of massive liabilities, we need to talk about the hit and run crash. Poor Isaiah Gannon, he is facing questions and allegations. And Portia Robinson's romantic night out with him could take a terrible turn if he faces charges for fleeing the scene of the accident. Will Isaiah get arrested? If so, what will guilt-ridden Brook Lynn Quartermain decide to do, since she's actually the one who hit the guardrail and kept driving past the crash site? Oh my god. Brook Lynn, you absolute coward. You are going to let an innocent man go to jail because you panicked. I am so frustrated with her right now. She is hoping to adopt Phoebe with Harrison Chase, and she is risking her entire future, her marriage, and her freedom to cover up a scrape on a guardrail. Brook Lynn needs to step up and confess before Isaiah's life is completely ruined. Don't you think they should just write her a redemption arc where she actually does the right thing for once. And let's not even get started on the absolute toxicity of Michael Corinthos. The week of May 25-29 may put Willow and Chase in a tricky situation. Michael plans on pushing the exes together, so he may take steps to get Chase alone with Willow and hope that temptation is too much to bear. Michael is literally orchestrating a nighttime pool meeting, hoping his wife and her ex-husband hook up so he can gain leverage in their custody arrangement. This is supervillain behavior. He is using their past attraction to engineer a cheating scandal. I am screaming, how can Michael be this calculating and cruel? Chase is standing there shirtless, glad Willow showed up, completely unaware that he is a pawn in Michael's sick game. This is gonna blow up in everyone's faces, and I am absolutely here for the drama, no cap. Finally, we have to talk about the new arrival. General Hospital spoilers say Jonathan Bennett will make his debut as Joe Fitzpatrick sometime this month. A fresh face is beginning to air in Port Charles. Which GH story will Joe fit in once he pops up? Is he connected to Jen Sidwell? Is he a new WSB agent sent by Ross Cullum to find the missing Jack Brennan? Is he related to the Jerome family? The possibilities are endless. Spoilers say Joe will no doubt play a key role in some juicy drama, and knowing this show, he is going to walk right into the middle of the most chaotic storyline possible. I am already standing Joe Fitzpatrick, and we haven't even seen him on screen yet. The speculation is tearing me apart. In conclusion, my brain is completely fried. From paralyzed feds and addicts, to derailed escapes, hostage manipulations, art gallery, kidnappings, and hit-and-run cover-ups. The next 3 weeks of General Hospital are going to require a literal support group to get through. I am physically exhausted just breaking this down for you guys. The stakes have never been higher. The characters have never been messier. And I am strapped in for every single second of this absolute roller coaster. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, besties, because I need to know I am not the only one losing their mind over this. Hit that subscribe button. Stay chaotic, and I will see you in the next breakdown.